Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Forrest with some more Hearthstone. Today we'll be spotlighting the Terrorlock Warlock control deck by its Immortal. We've got some early game taunts to deal with aggro, such as the Ancient Watcher Sunfury Protector combo, and then this deck focuses on big combos with the Nerubian Egg and Sylvanas powerful death rattles, coupled with cards like Power Overwhelming and or Void Terror, the star of the show. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck in action. Now, in a lot of ways, this deck plays very much so like a handlock deck, but a bit more combo focused. It feels a little less reliable from my playtesting so far, but I might just not be playing it right. Opening up here, we did mulligan those two other cards. I just didn't really want those. We've got the double Ancient Watcher now, Sunfury Protector, so gonna give us some nice heavy taunts early on, which could be good given our opponent here is a Hunter, so we're dealing with some rushdown aggro style stuff. So why don't we go ahead and start off here with our Ancient Watcher, and then potentially next turn we could go Sunfury Protector, and then the turn, a second Ancient Watcher, and then the turn after Sunfury Protector. All right, there's an Acidic Swamp Ooze from the opponent. Ooh, Void Terror. That makes this very interesting. Trying to think about this here. Why don't we start off with the Ancient Watcher, and then we can think about it in the upcoming turn. It's very interesting having a Void Terror. I don't know, man. We could get a huge creature, but I'm not gonna Void Terror the two Watchers, because that just means a Deadly Shot destroys my day. As hilarious as it would be to have that ginormous of a creature in play, I don't quite want to do that. Alright, so he's gonna hit me for 3, then hit me with a weapon. I think we might just go with the Sunfury Protector. Ooh, there's a Nerubian Egg too. Alright, why don't we go with the Sunfury Protector now? And we can toss a Nerubian Egg in play, and this is gonna potentially set up for a big Void Terror, where we can pump him up, and then get our 4/4 from the Nerubian Egg as well. So this is perfect. I mean, this is the sort of thing that I want to be able to show you. I want to show you the Void Terrors in action. Alright, so there's an Arcane Shot. So is he gonna kill that? No, he's weakening them. The secret. I am absolutely 100% positive as to what that is. 100% positive that that is gonna be a board clear if I attack him. So why don't we just hold off on attacking him? And we've got the Faceless, we've got the Void Terrors. Let's kill his 1/1. And let's just Void Terror now. Let's just Void Terror now. We're gonna give ourselves a huge creature. I am absolutely positive that that is 2 damage across the board. And I don't want to just throw away my two health minions. I want to at least force him to attack into the Watcher or something. Now we've got the 7/7 Void Terror in play. We've got a second Void Terror in our hand. We've got a Faceless Manipulator. I mean, this could be pretty awesome. It would be nice if we get some more taunt though. Maybe we'll draw into something. We're running 2 Sunfury Protectors as well as 2 Defender of Arguses, so there's options for additional taunt beyond what we have here. 3 more chances to draw into them, basically. All right, here's a Steady Shot. Ah, exactly. So we were right. That is definitely, he would have definitely pretty much cleaned my board if I had not done what I did there. So perfect draw, Defender of Argus. Why don't we taunt up these 2 guys now? And now I'm thinking, do I want to attack? Or do I want to wait for another Void Terror? I mean, I'm missing out on damage this turn if I don't attack, but we're also gonna be just throwing away those 2 creatures, whereas if we hold off, we could Void Terror them coming up. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait. I know I'm missing out on a bunch of potential damage this turn, but shit. That sucks. Alright, so he's gonna attack into that. Doesn't kill it. Again, obviously wanting me to attack him so that I pretty much clear my own board. So we can Faceless Manipulator at the 8/8 taunt and then hold off on the Void Terror. If we only had 1 more mana, good gosh.
I got this.
Alright, we're gonna kill that. And I don't want to attack with the 5/1 per se, because then the 5/1 and the 4/2 die. And I could, yeah, let's pass the turn, because I can Void Terror the 5/1 and the 2/3. So long as they live here. Again, we know if we attack him, we're gonna take 2 damage to everything. So I'm trying to salvage these creatures as much. I've got two 8/8 taunts in play right now. And we also have the Shadowflame potentially for one of our low health but high damage minions. So that if he plays anything, I mean, those 8/8 taunts are gonna be a huge pain in the ass for him to get by. Obviously, Owl is possible from him. You do see that in Hunter decks. Haunted Creeper? I feel like people are just playing with these cards because they exist, I swear. Another Argent Commander. All right, who's he gonna hit? He's gonna bring that guy down. Oh. All right, I really gotta think about this here. I mean, we've got a lot of damage in play. We've got the Void Terror. Oh shit, I should have attacked with that first. Well, no, because then I would have gotten less health. If I attacked with a 2/3, the Void Terror would have had less health, so I guess that's fine. Then we're gonna Shadowflame this to clear that. We'll let him keep the 1/1s in play, and let's just hit him now. I mean, we got 16 damage for his face now. I mean, we waited a long time to actually start swinging, but I feel like we got, with the exception of him killing a few things, we got some pretty big value out of our Void Terror. Void Terrors plus that Faceless Manipulator. So now he's got 8 health worth of taunt to work through. There's still the 10/5 in play. We've got the Soulfire in our hand. We've got the Ragnaros. Here's Unleash the Hounds. This could be really bad if he's got Timberwolf. Because if he can pump those up, I mean, I don't know what else. All right. So, what does he have? Deadly Shot. Oh! All right. Well, that's actually, so he can take 10 to the face if he wants, unless he's got another, nope, I guess not. There's the Steady Shot, so we win. Perfect, well this was great. Honestly, this was amazing, great example game. He's gonna take that 10 to the face, that is so painful. Great example game as you got to see this deck honestly in full tilt. I mean, the star of this deck is the Void Terror, that's the gimmick. I would call this a very gimmicky deck. All right, we're gonna win here with Ragnaros. And we can just Soulfire his face, but let's just go with the funny one and Soulfire's creature. End the turn, 8 damage to the face, ba-boom. Let's go ahead and check out the deck list. Now I'm actually running a slightly altered variation of the original deck list, but I'll give you guys a link to the original deck if you want to go with that setup instead. So let's take a look at the card list. Starting off, we've got 2 Soulfires, pretty standard fare, basically belongs in any Warlock deck. Power Overwhelming, running 2 of these just because it's gonna synergize so well with our big combos, which we'll talk about coming up. We've got the Ancient Watcher, which you can couple with Sunfury Protector for some early taunts, or even use the Ironbeak Owl's Battle Cry to allow you to attack with it. Bloodmage Thalnos fits because we've got so much spell power with cards like Soulfire and Hellfire. Pumping those abilities up, giving us some extra damage is very, very nice. Ironbeak Owl, again, either to silence opponent's minions or to use for your Ancient Watcher and some aggression. 2 of the Nerubian Eggs, so this is where we start taking off our big combo, and we'll talk about the different things you can do once we get to the Void Terror. The double Sunfury Protector for some early taunts, you can use that on the Ancient Watchers or even on the Harvest Golems. And now the Void Terror, this is really what the deck is central around. Using this in combination with, for example, let's say you Nerubian Egg, okay? And then you follow up the next turn with a Power Overwhelming attack with the Nerubian Egg, and then drop a Void Terror. You've got a very, very big Void Terror very early on in the game. A Void Terror can also be used as well as Power Overwhelming, or all of them together, with Sylvanas. You drop a Sylvanas down in play, you drop a Void Terror, you immediately take one of their creatures, and you've got yourself a 9/9 in play. I mean, that is a very scary turn for anyone to deal with. So yeah, utilizing the death rattles, again, of the Nerubian Egg, of the Sylvanas, or even just with the Power Overwhelming. Say you drop down a Leeroy Jenkins, you Power Overwhelming, you swing for 10, and then you Void Terror that. It's a big creature. All sorts of fun little combos with the Void Terror. really that's what the deck sort of centralizes around. You got a single Hellfire in here, used to clear the board or even to drop your own Nerubian Egg to get that 4/4 in play. The Shadowflame is another sort of piece to this puzzle that I didn't even mention. All those combos that I just talked about, throw in Shadowflame for a full board clear on top of all of that. You know, Nerubian Egg, power overwhelming, Shadowflame, clear the board of your opponent, get a 4/4. That's a great turn. 2 Defender of Argus, we're gonna have a lot of big creatures in play with this deck, so the Defender of Argus just gives you some huge taunts. The Leeroy Jenkins, again, you can use that with power overwhelming, and or you can, you know, Leeroy Jenkins, power overwhelming, Shadowflame. Yeah, everything on his board is completely dead. A single Shieldmasta to deal with some early aggro. Faceless Manipulator, copy some of your own big creatures or one of your opponents. Sipohon Soul for single large target threat removal. Sylvanas Windrunner, we've already covered that. Ragnaros the Firelord, a good late game finisher. Jaraxxus for games that happen to push a little bit longer than you want to, plus this deck isn't running any heal, so Jaraxxus sort of gives you some of that. And then the Molten Giants just fit because you tend to be fairly low in this deck, and a lot of times you'll be playing the Molten Giants fairly cheaply as well. So this deck sort of combines some sort of a mid-range control as well as the hand lock, and just has some neat combos with Nerubian Egg. It seems to be doing fairly alright, and that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. More Hearthstone coming up. Hope you have a great day. Keep watching and keep owning.